Hey tubers, Bart coming at you. Got a little, I guess we'll call it a showcase for today. It's 10 of my top favorite cards. Um, it's always tough to pick these. I got a couple that are always be in the selection, and then I wanted to round it out to a nice 10. Um, and so I think I got my top 10, but it's always tough because I got a whole lot of cards. So picking 10 out of so many is difficult to do, but we'll get it started. Not necessarily in a particular order, but I saved some bigger ones for the end there. Here's the 64 Pete Rose All-Star Trophy. I collect All-Star trophies in slabs of the key players. Just a beautiful card. Obviously, the 63 rookie is just a heinous looking thing. So, the first good looking Pete Rose card, and just a great looking vintage card. It's one of those ones, honestly, I just always kind of need it on display somewhere, and I always find an excuse to put it up there. So, uh, great looking card. You know, I wish I'd have bought it earlier and gotten me a higher grade, but they're going for good bucks now. And this is a nice looking 5 with some bright white on it and some decent centering. Next up, the 54 Ted. This one's only a 2, but beautiful color. Almost a photoshopped face on this thing. Same face photo as that's on the 55. But just, you know, nothing screams vintage baseball quite like a card like this. Very few are more iconic or recognizable. And another one that I gotta have display all the time. I basically cannot have my displays set up in such a way where I don't have vintage baseball up because of cards like this. And this one in the Pete Rose is just like, no, I can't do all football on display right now because I don't want to put this card away. It just looks so great. And quite affordable. I think I got that for $150, something like that. Maybe even a couple bucks cheaper than that. So you can't beat that. Since I am the biggest graded Jerry Rice collector there is, over 1,200 slabs so far, I'd be remiss not to have a goat in the showcase here. I had an 8 for years and years just because 9s weren't even rare. They weren't hard to come by or anything. And I finally one year, in 2013, asked the wife that, like, she kept bugging me, what do you want for, I don't know, it was a Christmas or a birthday or something. I think it was a birthday. And I just said, all right, well, you can upgrade my Jerry Rice to a PSA 9. So I think I talked her into this for $265, $275, and over a $2,000 card now. But just beautiful, grows on me every day. The contrasting colors with the green and everything like that. Him lining up out wide on the left-hand side, you know, getting ready to run his route. It's just great looking card. And the guy that started collecting for me. Love me some Jerry. Another one I can't not have on display, even if it doesn't necessarily fit exactly what I got in my display cases. I put it on a specific PSA stand or something like that. One of the nicest ones you'll ever see, right? How many times you've heard that? And I've thought about upgrading it, but just the purity of this one. This is the first vintage baseball card I bought about 2 years ago when I first started. I had baseball, I had modern baseball. I didn't really have any vintage baseball. And this Jackie is what did it for me, and it started it going. And 53, I don't know if there's a better looking set out there. And if you can find a good looking one of anything 53, it's good. But Jackie's got a special spot for me. You can see that time right there as well. And just everything about it. He's always, you know, depicted with a smile, despite everything that he went through. Just awesome player, awesome card from an awesome set, and love it. I actually got 2 Jackies in this. 55 Topps All-American Jim Thorpe. graded a 6, nicely centered. Love 55 Topps All-American. Its only downfall is that so many of the cards are horizontal and not vertical. But despite me really not liking horizontal cards, I love that set anyway. And for years I was putting it together in BVG before I knew what the heck I was doing. I've since, of course, switched everything over to PSA. I have not gone on to complete this set or anything like that, but I got, 15 to 20 of them in PSA, and maybe one day I'll finish that up. But just a great card. Classic pose there of the Canton Bulldogs. Or, not Canton, Carlisle. My bad on that, but just a great card. You ever notice how you say something in a video and you're like, oh crap, I don't think that sounds right. This one, I tried to save most of you from having to see too many 49ers cards in here, because I got lots and lots of Niners, but I just love 56 and the smile and that, just the chipper disposition of this face on this card. And it's not a cheap card either. But this Y.A. Tittle, our first Hall of Fame quarterback on the Niners, just all-time classic card for me. I don't have it on display as much because it does cost a pretty penny, and I don't like to put high-dollar cards on display, but I just feel like this is what I look like when I'm opening a pack of cards or something. That's just, there's that much joy in that smile and everything, and I smile every time I look at that card. A vintage classic here, the 33 Jim Thorpe. That's in a 4.5. Great looking card, and this is just kind of, it's an homage to the set itself too. These are just a classic set that kind of anchors the vintage side of the hobby, especially in football, because we didn't have a football set until 35. So the football players in 33 kind of got the ball rolling, and Jim Thorpe, the all-around athlete for all the things, played every damn thing you could think of, amateur, professional, whatever. Just an iconic player. Great card. Another one from that set, the Red Grange. The galloping ghost there, from Illinois to the Bears. Great looking card. Happy to have added that one. These don't come up very often. It's not that they're super rare. It's just once somebody has a hold of one, they basically don't let it get out of their collection. Great centering on that. Some soft corners, but good looking card. I just get excited about owning this one. The 49 Bowman Jackie Robinson, PSA 4. Would you believe I got this off of 4 Sharp Corners about a year and a half ago? This card I saw it listed. It was at a price and I was like, that's not outlandish. And that smile just kept talking to me. I visited this card on 4 Sharp Corners website for probably 15, 20 times that day, because it wasn't cheap by any means, but I just couldn't stop looking at it. I kept looking to see if somebody had already bought it, and I was just like, if I'm going to keep coming back like this, it's talking to me nonstop, I'm going to have to pick it up. And I did, and I've never regretted it ever since. Beautiful, beautiful 49 Jackie. And last but not least, numero 10. The piece de resistance. Not as rare as the Honus Wagner, but the Honus Wagner of football. The 35 National Chickle, Bronco Nagurski. Got it in a 2. Super happy I pulled the trigger on this. Just a rare, the stars align. it was never a cheap card, and so to have the money at the right time when the card gets listed to work out a little bit of a deal, but didn't get much off of the listing price, let's be honest, because they're so rare. Um, but super happy with that card, and it is just a cornerstone of a vintage football collection. And nobody can say I'm not a vintage football guy when you own a card like this. So super happy to have it, and it just is iconic as it gets. And that is number 10. So thanks for watching. I thought a little showcase was in order, show off a top 10 type of thing. I've got some new subs. Shout out to those folks that recently hit the subscribe button. Shout out to some people like Mike O that have sent them my way. But see, these are some of the types of things I got in the collection. Thanks for watching. Later.